So mortgage rates just dropped the other day. Interest rates went up. There's quantitative easing, quantitative tightening. Stock market goes up, stock market goes down. Is it a bull market or a bear market? Just want to bring you guys some insight into our local real estate, Central Indiana market. Kade Koch here with Highgarden Real Estate. I'm joined by Santa's twin brother.
I actually am Santa.
Yeah, he is.
Ho,
he
ho,
just shaved today.
Merry Christmas.
No, but what is your actual real name, legal name?
Yeah, I'm Kyle Gillette with Highgarden Real Estate. I'm Vice President of Sales here at Highgarden. And I've been in the industry now, Kade, for over 40 years. I spent 30 of those on the new home construction side. So I've worked with national home builders. In fact, Centex Homes, we were the largest builder in the country during the 10 years I was with them. I was a regional sales manager there. I covered the upper Midwest, so I had 8 states. And so I've seen a lot of different markets out there in regard to home building. And I do know a lot of the players still in home building. So, but a couple other builders I was with that people might recognize is MI Homes, Beezer.
Just did a video with them last week.
Yeah. So once they got onto me, they ran me right out.
Yeah. No, but my reasoning for bringing Kyle in is because he is an Excel sheet genius. He compiles a lot of data for us and puts these formulas together. I mean, we're not going to reveal all of our secrets, but he is a huge asset to Highgarden. But I just wanted to kind of get some insight into what he sees in the market. I mean, what he provides to us, and also so we can relay it to you guys. So you're not believing everything that's in the headlines. About any kind of housing crash and everything like that. There is some intricacies with different markets and things like that. But Kyle is going to help us out with understanding that. So, would you say that right now home prices are still appreciating? Are they depreciating? I mean, are we headed for a market crash?
Yes.
From a data standpoint.
Yeah, from a data standpoint, I don't believe in any way, shape, or form we're headed for a crash. We don't have any of the conditions that we had back in the Great Recession of '08, and that was really precipitated mostly by easy credit. So there were a lot of no doc loans, so there was no verification.
Weren't they called ninja loans?
Yes.
Yeah. I got into the industry shortly after that, but
and so there was so many defaults on mortgages and so forth. We don't have any of those conditions now. We have very tight underwriting still. The market slowed because of two things and two things only, and that is just historical appreciation. And one thing I want to stress about markets, especially with my background, having managed 8 large metropolitan markets in the upper Midwest, is that each market is unique. And it's in this market we've had in the last year, I would say it has the most fragmented market I've ever seen, in terms of there are so many dynamics at play that the market's almost as individual as the house you're making an offer on. And so that's what's pretty shocking about it. But as a result of that, that's why we look at local data. It's all about local. So when you hear someone generalize market conditions, like saying it's a seller's market, it's a buyer's market, that is nothing more than just a generalization. It's an easy, quick way to kind of give somebody an idea what the market is. Well, it's not remotely accurate in most cases.
Thank you.
Yes, and it impacts people at different price ranges in different ways. So right now, the main reason I believe we're not anywhere remotely close to what we would term a crash, anything similar to '08, is the fact that we are in a long-term inventory shortage in this country. We're, by all estimates, about 1.5 million units short right now.
I heard the other day it was 2 to maybe 6 million. I don't want to be quoted on that, but based on population and things like that. So I mean, so it's going to be technically, by all terms, a seller's market for quite some time.
In general, I would say that's the case. Now, how it impacts the individual transaction is going to be vastly different depending on the market. And so long term, is housing a phenomenal investment for someone? Absolutely. We Google searched a couple of days ago the average net worth of a homeowner. It's over $260,000. The average net worth of a renter is slightly over $6,000. So the average homeowner in the United States has over 40 times the net worth of a renter. So is it a great investment? Absolutely. And the reason it is it's a leveraged asset. It's the only opportunity the average person has to purchase an asset that the value, the appreciation is not on the money invested, it's on the market value of the asset. And that's why the term leveraged asset came about. So if I invest, here's an example, if I invest $10,000 in the stock market, the historical stock market return is 10.25%. At the end of a year, I'm going to have $12,050. In the last 2 years, we've appreciated over 30% here in Indianapolis. And so if I invested that same $10,000, which would be a FHA initial investment on our average median sale price here, which is roughly $280,000 this year, I'm going to have a return of 30% on $280,000. So that return is going to be $84,000 compared to keeping my money in the stock market at $1,025. And that's all due to being a leveraged asset. The market the appreciation on my investment is on the market value of the home. And ergo, that's why the average homeowner has 40 times the net worth of a renter.
No, excellent. I mean, what would you say to speak to, I guess, the different segments of our local market? Do you see that homes are still appreciating, depreciating in all areas? I don't know, I'm going to just leave this to you. You provide some.
Kate, that's a really astute question, and here's why. People shop by school district. Everybody talks about, and we even appraise based on the individual neighborhood, but in reality, people shop school districts. Why? Because first of all, they want a great education for their children, and don't we all? But in addition to that, it's also equates to the rate of appreciation. Quality of schools is number one in terms of impacting property value over time. So as a result of that, that's why here at Highgarden, and you're a recent member here, and we're thrilled to have you. Thank you. As we teach in our classes, we monitor the 37 major school districts in the 16 county MyBOR network for that very reason. And I can tell you this, for the past 2 years, the overall market rate of appreciation was over 18%. That changed after the spring market this year. And the spring market in Indianapolis is really measured by foot traffic. And it starts really in January, usually mid-January, and runs till mid-May. During that time frame, we have 40% more foot traffic in terms of showings and in terms of visit to builder models and so forth. So at this point, after that spring market ended in mid-May, we have had a rapid deceleration of appreciation. So let me explain that. For the most part, we are not losing value, but the rate of appreciation is less than a third of what it was. We're now at 6% year to date.
Okay, can you just repeat that again? Like, just because sometimes, like, I feel like in the, in the media and things like that, there's just a play on words, and sometimes it's hard to understand what people are saying. But if you could just say what you just said.
We're not appreciating at the rate we were. This is another way to say it. So instead of appreciating at 18+% year over year, we're now tracking about 6% in the market.
And that's honestly still better. Like Brian Buffini, who you've probably heard of. Some of our colleagues may have heard of. He's a real estate coach. He interviewed Lawrence Yoon, who is the economist for NAR, the National Association of Realtors. And he said that in 2023, the appreciation rate nationally is supposed to be 1%. And then after that, I think it's supposed to go up to 4%. And we're already like above that. I think one thing that people need to realize is the Indianapolis market wasn't hit like it was like, California and things like that. We're like a mid-market, state or Indianapolis is the market or the capital city, but we're just not seeing those high fluctuations, and we're not going to see those low decreases and things like that in our market.
Yeah, it's very true. And in fact, you hit a good point here. Even though our rate of appreciation is a third of what it was, it's still at historic levels.
Yes.
For decades here in Indianapolis, and I've been doing this for 40 plus years. I won't say exactly how long, and both when Sam and I first started corralling reindeers.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was like clockwork. It was right around 3 to 3.5% year over year, like clockwork.
Yeah.
And since we've been in this housing crunch, COVID also created part of this situation. After 2008, the builders stopped building at the rate they were. They got really shocked again because in spite of this long-term lack of inventory, we're still going to have peaks and valleys in a market. And ergo, here's what happened this year. When you're appreciating at 18+% a year, 1.5% a month, coupled with a doubling of interest rates, that pushed a lot of people out of the market. And that creates a domino effect even in higher price points. Because if you don't have first-time homeowners buying, those homeowners, the homeowners in those homes can't move up.
Yeah. So, all right. I mean,
sorry there, Kade.
No, you're fine.
Alexa is still coming after me.
It's probably Santa Claus calling you.
Yes, it could be.
You need to get back to the workshop.
Yeah.
No, but that's probably enough for right now. Thank you very much for the insight. I mean, it's things that I kind of know, but what is the term that you use of the 5 things that you taught us?
This is the power of, go ahead.
No, you say it, because I can't think of it.
It's the power of authority.
Well, not that. It's like, I think it's, you're confirming a lot of things, and instead of me just saying it, it comes from somebody with
social proof.
Social proof.
There you go. Social proof.
So somebody with 40 years of experience, and somebody that teaches me quite a bit, and everybody in the Highgarden office quite a bit, is here speaking about our local real estate market that is not going to see any kind of crash. Did you have anything else you wanted to add?
Yeah, one thing to fully come full circle on that one question here is about, are we devaluing? Of those 37 school districts, there are 7 that are down year over year.
Yeah.
So prices have devalued, but only 7 out of 37. It's about 20% of the market here locally has devalued.
Yeah.
But there, on the other hand, we have some year to date. Some of those school corporations are up even still 12% year over year.
Yeah.
That's why you've got to be using a broker that really does look at the analytics, because if your house isn't priced properly, if that broker doesn't intimately know your micro market, you're subject to losing tens of thousands of dollars.
Exactly. All right. So that's exactly what I wanted to hear. Basically, you need a local agent, somebody that knows the market, your market, inside and out, and secondly, there are segments of our own local market that are different than others. I mean, there's areas where you wouldn't expect there to be a huge increase, and there's areas where you wouldn't expect there to be a huge decrease. Most of the markets, I'll just say, that I primarily serve are not seeing a decrease right now, year over year or month over month. There is one that's in the area that I serve, but if you got any questions, you can reach out to me at Kade Koch Realty or 317-697-7953. Or if you'd like to reach out to Kyle. Sure.
It's Kade Gillette at highgarden.com. And my number is 317-716-5255.
Or 1-800 Santa Claus. All right. You guys have a Merry Christmas, and we'll talk to you all again soon.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.